Hey guys, how's it going? It's me, Yoko from Japan. Welcome back to my channel. Ah, I wait. Okay. Wait, what? Weird. Facebook is giving me this message. Remove from Facebook. Okay. What? Is it live now? Okay. Hi guys. I usually, air the intro, but I got rid of that, or rather, I think I will stop playing that because I get copyright claims for some reason. Like after forever, like me, I don't care. So hello, hello, hi, hiya, hi. No intro, more content. Yeah, so true. Yeah. I don't know. I'm using canva.com and I made the intro using that service and I thought that it would be a copyright free music, but I guess not. How's the elections going over there? Ah, it's not too bad, but it's not as good as we thought. LDP, our main ruling party, might have a hard time. And the seats that we will lose are the ones that are conservatives, because conservative politicians usually they spend their time on their political thoughts like national security and so forth, which is our concern as conservatives. And that means, and what that means as a politician is that they are not back home campaigning for their own selves, in order to keep their political life. So that's not good. So like those who don't really think about politics at all, they spend so much time back home, like in their hometown, greeting to their voters, and they get together, have fun, and blah blah blah, and that's how they remain the support. They keep the support and remain the seat. So the I don't know, the information that I get directly from National Diet members, it's not looking good. So I'm concerned, but yeah. And right now, I am supporting my local candidate for LDP, who's been our guy for decades, and he's the former minister of the environment, who was appointed during Abe administration. And yeah, he's a conservative guy and it's all good, but one policy that he did was like an environmentalist thing, and basically he made the plastic bag that you get at the grocery stores, he made it unfree. Like he started to charge us, like, so the some of the conservatives started to say like, oh, it's the same as tax and blah blah blah. So he is often targeted by small government type of conservatives here, and it's been kind of bothering him. Yeah, and there are more problems, but anyways, super chat, thank you for your super chat, mandatory carry. Oh yeah, the same same message as always. Thank you for your support as always. This is what I do, and I know that I'm not covering like American politics or the news in the world, and it might be boring for the majority of my English speaking subscribers. However, there are people like you guys there, you come here, so I really appreciate it. Hello, Yoko. I read that the LDP Komeito coalition will keep their majority in the election, but the opposition will gain seats. Will this change anything? The fundamental picture won't change. It's not like LDP, Komeito, their coalition ruling party system changes. It's not gonna change. So yeah, it's just that we will, like, conservatives, I think it's the conservatives that would lose seats or at least that's my concern. So what that means is that, for example, right now, my husband and I, we are working on the national diet resolution and to be passed or approved in the national diet. And the national diet resolution is about China's human rights issues. They are oppressing Tibet, Uyghur, Southern Mongolia, Hong Kong. So the resolution is about that we as a country, we acknowledge, like we see the problem of China. So like we, insist we insist to protect the human rights of those people, right? Like something like that. So we will get it passed so that Japan can m- start making laws just like the Western nations against China. So we are focusing on that. And there are national diet groups that are working closely with us. And the Secretary General of the national diet member groups, they are they might lose in this election. And if that happens, especially this one guy, one national diet member from Osaka Prefecture, he knows like everything about this issues, these issues like regarding Tibet and Uyghur, Southern Mongolia, Hong Kong, and so on. And he knows a lot of activists here in Japan, and he also is familiar with the leaders in those areas as well. So he knows all this history, and he's a secretary general, and he is friendly to us too. So we get in touch. Like my husband talks to him on the phone. you know it's such a close, amazing relationship. But if he, you know loses in the election, then like there's no replacement of him that knows this much and who is this deeply connected with us. There's nobody else like him. So there's no replacement, and we're like, what are we gonna do? The like we are about to have the national diet resolution approved, and this is a critical moment for us, and then we lose our guy. Like that's awful. So that's something that I keep thinking about. But as for political side, I don't think there will be any change. And like, of course, the opposition party will gain a bit of seats, but it's not like they have anything to attack the ruling parties with. Like they've been slacking. They've been so lazy. Like there are so many problems that they could accuse the ruling parties of, but they're not. I don't know. Like we can tell that they are not doing their job. Like it's almost as if like we joke around saying that, oh, they don't want to be in power. They want this current situation to go on. So yeah. Oh no, that's true. Also be careful about what you say in chat. Medical misinformation and other stuff YouTube doesn't like will get Yoko's channel strikes at least and banned at worst. True. It's happened to other people. Oh no. Yeah. Scary, scary. Hmm. Okay. Hmm? Is it selfish? Is it selfishness such a bad thing in Japan that I can't think for myself when I'm there? You can't think for yourself when you're here? Isn't that a good thing? What? Usually, what you are expected in Japan is to prioritize others before yourself. So, yeah, we have this spirit of like the public, or that's the direct translation. We say oyake, like the same kanji for park, the first kanji of park, and yeah, we serve the others. We serve the public. Kind of weird when you say that in English. But yeah. When you are selfish here, you get bashed like so crazy. You can't survive here. And I don't know how I'm alive though. Because I insist my selfish ideas a lot. Like, yeah, like politically, I mean. Let's see the child just scrolling down. La, 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 la. Man, the reason why I'm late today is because I'm a female. Too much information, but it's the time and my stomach hurts and I'm like, it sucks to be a female when it comes to things like this. So for that reason, I wish I was pregnant so that I wouldn't have to have this problem. I would have other problems, but better than this. Okay. Yoko, what is your opinion of Falun Gong? They are demonetizing the US by the left. Really? Demonetized? Like they they can't make money in America or like to get supported financially and so forth, or um there are, Falun Gong people here in Japan as well, and a lot of them are very politically active. And for them, it might not be political. It's about saving their people. But yeah, to us though, it's a religion, and oh, even though like for the national diet resolution, for example, against China that we are about to approve, we have like my husband is the secretary general of the non-politician side, so there are 13 groups, like activist groups, and one of them is actually Falun Gong. And but we are we are treating them very carefully, even though they are on our side. They can be a little too religious, or they start talking about different things, and it's a little difficult, to be honest. They're good people though. But so we do feel a bit of a distance, but we just form the alliance when necessary, like when we have things in common. So yeah. I saw your video earlier today about people saying crazy stuff. What are people saying over there? The video that I posted in Japanese, it's about just conservative people. So how should I put it? So the reason why I am kind of famous or known in the political field here in Japan is because I used to post lots of videos uh talking basically talking like Trump, like I was fearless and I just stated whatever I thought was necessary, and I pointed out a lot of things that people usually don't talk about, or they don't have the guts to say, and so on. So people cheered for that. And so, but then I was first like an online person. I was a YouTuber. But then I started to dive into the activist field, right? So I started to meet a lot of other activists, and I got the opportunities to get connected to National Diet members and people overseas and so on, even the media people. And so I started to work, right? Like that instead of going online. So then my political mind shifted. Before, like in the past, I used to just believe that what we need to do politically is to state what we need to say. But then I learned along the way that what's important more than that is to get the results that we want. It doesn't matter what you say, how you say things. It's all about what you make out of it. So I'm focusing on that. But then I see my old self type of people around in the conservative community here, and they somehow um, attack our conservative candidates for some reason, like especially for my area or district. I'm supporting this former minister of the environment, as I said, and there are conservative allegedly though, like we don't know if they are true conservatives or if they are spies from China or whatever. We don't know, but they attack our guy and our opposition, like our other candidates here. There is only one female from the opposition party, so we can't lose that seat. We need to win. But yeah, they come into my videos that I made with him and so forth, and they start bashing him. And I'm like, so in the last video I posted this morning here, I was basically on fire, say like, "How stupid are you?" Attacking our guy, like losing. Like, do you want the conservative seats to be stolen? Like, what do you want? So I was angry like that. Sometimes Yoko has to scold people. That's what I do. Yeah. Yep, yep, yep. Democracy is evil. Well, yeah, I get it. I learned though from you guys that how conservatives in the US see democracy. It's like you guys regard the US as constitutional state, or what was it the term? Yeah, like it's more about constitution and like your God and so on. Do they have a paper bag option that is still free? Here in America, some places banned plastic bags, but paper bags are still free. Whoa, interesting. Uh, it actually, some of the stores here offer the plastic bags for free because it's basically advertisement as well. They have the the brand names on the bag and so on. But most like grocery store type of places, they either give you the bag when you pay or they don't. Like there's no option in between. There's no I've never heard of paper bags. Yeah. It's interesting because I saw when I visited Virginia in which year is that? I was like 19 and now I turned 20, like our coming of age coming of our age. Like 20 is when we turn an adult here in Japan, not 21, 20. And yeah, I turned an adult in America, and when I visited Virginia, I was shocked by the amount of plastic bags that American people use. Like it's like small plastic bag. It probably depends on like each grocery store, but I saw like the belt conveyor. That's not here. Like I had never seen that before. So like that itself was shocking. Like belt conveyor and bag after bag after bag, and it's a plastic bag, and it's a small size. So like you use that like many plastic bags, and I was actually like it was shocking for me. So like I kind of have this you know a little how ache when I see plastic bags. But then Japanese people though, I don't know how you guys treat plastic bags, but here in Japan when we were getting plastic bags for free, we would we would take it home, right? And when we are done, we would just keep those bags so that we can use it as like just right here. Like this is my sorry, this is my trash can. and I'm using it here. So like, so then when we are done, we can you know do the thing. I don't know how to say that in English. Like, tie it up, and so that it doesn't smell and so on, it doesn't fall off, and we can neatly put in the huge uh, you know garbage plastic bag, like a huge bag, so then we can take it out and so on. So even like when we take out the trash, we make sure that it's clean and so on. At least I do. So we use that anyway. And in order to put things inside of the fridge and so on, we use the plastic bags, and also in order to carry stuff, we use that, like we recycle. So it's pretty eco-friendly, but they ban it's not the ban, but they are charging it now. Yeah, many viewers here are interested in Japanese politics. Yeah, that is so amazing, man. Like we are the forgotten. So I really appreciate every single one of you. You care about Japanese politics. The right should unite worldwide to defeat leftism. Yeah, and that's the problem though. Like, at least Japanese people, we want to get connected with people overseas, people on the right side, like including conservatives. But the impression that we get though from Western nations is that like people on the right side, they don't seem to reach out. Like they are like they care about domestic things so much, and I don't know, it's just how the characteristics of conservatives is, I think, especially Americans. Like when I read about conservatives in the US, I see like they almost label all of you as like an isolationist. And I think there is some truth to it, I think. Yeah. And on the other hand, leftists, they are like they have this like international society based ideology, like, oh, everyone is friends and we're all family, yay, earth. Right? Like globalism, yeah. So they have that thing. So they become friends with each other easily, and they're always looking out to the world. And yeah, but conservatives, we are like, yeah, tradition, yeah, religion, and we are a little different. So I don't know. I hope that people overseas are willing to get connected with us. But you guys are there, and we are starting here, so that's cool. I should make like English videos, but uh, I don't like. I want to make videos, and I think that I grew up enough to be able to be comfortable in front of a camera. Like right now, I'm speaking freely, right? And I can do that with like filming videos as well now, because I'm so used to it, and I feel like down to earth after getting married and worked on my self development and so on. Yeah, but I don't know what to talk about now. So, and I don't really have knowledge. I can only talk about how my life is or how I think. So, I don't know. I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on Myanmar? It sounds brutal. Yeah, it does. Like it's tricky though, because I don't like the female leader either. And also they have the problem of Rohingya, like Muslims that are refugees, and they should I don't know, like that. No country wants to take them in, so like it's a problem as well. I can't. I don't know. Like it's interesting that so when we are fighting against CCP's dictatorship here in Japan, with Tibetans, Uyghurs, Slam Mongolians, Hong Kongers, sometimes people from Myanmar come in, or we let them in, or they rather we ask them to join us, right? but then they start talking about their country, and we are not even sure what to insist. That can happen sometimes in political activism. Hi there, me Japanese. Oh, cute. Pikachu. Pika pika. Hmm? What if China actually does take back Taiwan? There's more and more reports saying it's likely to happen like within this year or next year. Yeah. Taiwan. As for Taiwan, oh yeah, was it last week? Somebody said that somebody said, according to the person, I had said that China is not going to take Taiwan. And I remembered later, like after the stream, what I had said before. And what I had said before was that China will, like, China does want to take Taiwan, but my belief is that they will start with their small island, not the Taiwan and that you picture like this big, their main island, but they have islands around, and China could start from there, and that's what I had said, I think. And yeah, that's it's been discussed a lot that there are two islands that I hear, so they might start with there, and it's gonna happen quickly too. Yeah, because um, Xi Jinping's, is it third term? Yeah, is coming, and he wants his legacy, or he wants to show off his power. So to be in order to stay in power. So yeah. Japan's politics is also dominated by China and communism, so it is in the same situation as the United States. Yeah. I don't know how bad in the US though. The influence of China, is it bad in the US? I can't tell, because to us Japan, what we care about is our neighboring countries, meaning North Korea, South Korea, China, and sometimes Russia. And those are the countries that we always see, right? And we just react to those countries, and some of us even think that those countries are the center of the world or something, that because it's like, because that's how much we care, right? But to a country like the United States, the US is dealing with so many countries in the world. and uh, and of course China is the biggest country that they are fighting against right now, like they're competing right now for hegemony and everything. But I don't I don't know how much. Of course Joe Biden, he's often like we all know how he is connected to CCP and so on, but I'd like to know, like, how much influence you think they have with the US. Okay. Oh, we Brad, thank you for your super chat. Sorry for noticing late. I did see that, but I I was caught in the comment. I see Makoto Sakurai seems to be running for an office again, but my Japanese skills are not good enough to tell where or what he is running for. He usually runs for the gubernatorial election, like the governor of Tokyo. I've seen that, and he has gained like many, like he did get many votes, and we were all surprised. But we don't hear about him anymore. Like that, like we were talking about it, or like a few days ago with my husband. Like we don't hear his name. His presence is so taken away by this man Tachibana. Like there's this party that wants to destroy. It's a political party, like national diet level political party, and they want to, their name even represents that they want to defeat, or no, it's Oh yeah, they want to dissolve NHK, the TV station or news station, and and the party leader is so kind of like a Trump in a way, like character wise, but of course not as good. But and he's got mental problem as well. It's often pointed out. But yeah, so it's like character wise, that guy and Makoto Sakurai kind of they're kind of competing like image wise, and people are distracted by this party because they have the national diet seats, but not Sakurai. So yeah, and I think that Makoto Sakurai's problem is that in the past he has made lots of like discriminative comments, and it just it can't go away. Like you can't delete those. So even though he was making sense, politically speaking, the expressions that he used to use in order to get attention was bad. So, sure. Thank you for your super chat. I'm not confident that the Biden administration would defend Taiwan. Well, it's not the Biden administration. It's like America as a country. I think that it's the same in every country that bureaucracy is so proud of what they do. That whoever the leader is, they're there to protect the country. And so like fundamentally it doesn't change dramatically. Like just think about it. Like America just had the dramatic shift in power, from Trump to Biden. It's such a huge difference. Like such a huge shift. But to us, those who are living in Asia, nothing has changed. Even though the administration changed dramatically, America remains America, like policy wise. We have the same alliance, we have the same system, like we have all this American bases here in Japan and looking out for Taiwan and South China Sea, and yeah, and we are practicing together too. And right now, it is getting even better, I think, because we are forming the alliance stronger and more like closer. It's not only Japan and the US anymore. We have Quad, we have India and Australia, and also the UK and France and countries like that. They come over here all the way and practice with us together and so on. And we are all forming together against China's expansionism. It's very heartwarming too. Like this is what we learned after the World War II. That all countries we fought the World War II, and we realized the real formation that we should make, right? So like it's so much blood and sacrifices. So many people have dedicated their lives, and they will never be forgotten. But thanks to them, like we learned a lot who we should be friends with and who we should contain and so on. So right now, I think even Biden administration, they're doing well. They like America was good even during Obama administration when it comes to Asia. Obama did mess up the relationship between Japan and South Korea, and I can't that he didn't. I don't know if it's intentional or just happened, but Japan and South Korea, we never have a good relationship. It's better now, but back then, especially Obama times, it was really bad. Like between Abe and Park, even though they are personally nice to each other, they are friends and so on. But politically speaking, a leader to another leader, they were in a bad relationship, and but and that's due to our historical disputes. I'm not gonna get into that because it would take hours to explain everything. But you can always watch my older videos. But yeah, so we were forced into signing the agreement that we will not fight anymore. And Obama forced that behind the scenes, and that pushed Park, the conservative leader in South Korea, the female one that got jailed or prisoned, yeah, prisoned. Um, yeah, because South Koreans are proud, and they think that Japan at the time was bad, and like they feel colonized and everything. So being friends with Japan like that, that's something that they cannot tolerate, right? So yeah, so then they were angry at Park, and then Moon Jae-in came in. He's an extreme leftist, so it made, basically, with the push, it's not everything, but it's one of the fundamental big aspects that pushed South Korea into extremely left. So yeah, Obama is involved in that. However, other than that, America as a country, even under Obama administration, even though he was cutting all this U.S. military budget and so on, right, or resources, he even was using, like, he pushed LGBT. So um, I read that he was like he would appoint like military people, like gay people too, even if they don't meet the criteria. Like he would prioritize LGBT, and that's weakening American military. And that's something I read back in the day. But so there are problems like that. But fundamentally, like policy wise, even Obama administration, we somehow, survived. Yeah. And Josh asks, would you support a Japanese Labor Party for higher minimum wage for animators and improve Japanese society? Are there hardcore mask people in Japan? Oh, different questions. Mm, Japanese Labor Party? There's no Labor Party. Is there? Is that the? There's a Socialist Party. Oh yeah, that one. Socialist is a Labor Party. I don't even know in English, but minimum wage, higher minimum wage. I think we're all working on that right now. Yeah. So I wouldn't support that sort of parties. Well, what we care about as conservative, like I'm a conservative, and I do want to fix our economy, but and also we want to, like, um, bring down our tax in general. However, we can't do everything all at once, and we have our priorities. So as a result, we are supporting LDP, the Liberal Democratic Party, and they're not the best. We have better parties like True Conservative Party too, but it didn't work out, and it sucks. But we're just, yeah, living with the consequences. Are there hardcore mask people in Japan? Everyone is hardcore mask people here. We all wear masks, and it's our common sense. And it's not politicized. It's just how we're hygienic people to begin with. So we don't care about wearing masks. I was annoyed at first, but I got used to it personally too. So yeah. I hear like election cars outside. They go around. It's the fun part of elections. I don't know how campaigns in the US are like, but we here in Japan during the election period, it's gonna end on the 30th. The 31st this month is the voting day. So on that day, they can't do it anymore. But yeah, we have this week. Yeah. And so usually they have their own band or something. And then they have like females, like doesn't matter younger or older. They have females wearing white gloves and they wave from this band. And sometimes each candidate goes in the band and talk on the microphone while driving. And it's fun. I used I, like my husband has run for elections, like all levels actually. So I worked for him for 3 times, I think, to is it three? No, 4 times. Yeah, each time he failed, but he lost. So he's given up. But yeah, yeah. So I did the you know election thing as well. We have our special tone to speak as a female. Anyway, let's see. I have been meaning to ask, what is your opinion on Nippon Kagi? It used to be good. Well, the thing about Nippon Kagi is often the group or coalition is labeled as like this dark organization behind our ruling party pulling the strings and so on. The reality is not like that. It's the fantasy of the left. Leftists always say like, "Oh, they're the bad guy, Nippon Kaigi. They're the guy behind the curtain and so on." But no, the reality is that Nippon Kaigi is the coalition of a bunch of organizations, including just companies, you know, and especially in my area, Fukuoka, and also Kyushu, like Kyushu Island, uh, the uh, the former CEO and what's the next level? Like when you are kind of retired but in power. I don't know why it's called in English, but there's this powerful guy in the economic field in Kyushu Island, like where Fukuoka is, like our island, the South Island. And there's this very powerful guy who used to be the CEO of our like a Kyushu electricity company. Electricity, so it's huge. Right? And so he joined Nippon Kaigi, and he put his company in the Nippon Kaigi network so that other companies want to do business with them, or they want to be close to him because he's so powerful, right? So they joined. So like it's not even political there. But at least they work in favor for us conservatives, so that's good. But so what Nippon Kaigi does is they have seasonal events, on the specific dates, like historical dates and so on. For example, the establishment of Japan as a country in February 11th. That's when it said that our country was first built and so on. So yeah, on that day and so on, we get together. We have a few, actually one teacher or a mentor, and they have a lecture for an hour or two, and we have our ceremony and stuff like that. So they do that like, and we have like 4 or 5 times throughout the year, and that's what they're doing now. I believe that their aim though was to revise our constitution, right? Because America wrote it, we want to rewrite it, or we want to have our own, ideally. And that was their aim. But during Abe administration, Abe is the ultimate conservative National Diet member, and we all cheered for him. And during his time, his party won so much in the National Diet election. So we had the hope that we can finally revise our constitution. and it didn't happen. So we kind of lost our hope, and like we were kind of aimless, and so I don't even know what they're doing right now. Like we don't hear about them anymore too. Even though they are active, they have each branch in every single prefecture, and in some places they have the workers that only does a job, like it's their job to be the Nippon Kagi office. And I don't know how many, but there are offices in Japan, and they come in handy in times like this, like election times. um, they are helping some conservative candidates, and I did meet them, some of them, in my prefecture earlier. So they are there helping us, but they're like, especially the leader now, like activist side. He's like in the 70s or so. He's very, very old. And I hear that my husband has witnessed the whole Nippon Kaigi journey, because my husband has been a political activist since he was 19 years old. My husband is 45 years old now. So like for decades, he saw everything about Nippon Kaigi. And but the symbolic guy of Nippon Kaigi, he's older now, and according to my husband, he doesn't have enough. Like he used to be very powerful and so on, but it's due to his age, it faded as well. So and how they do their activism is very old fashioned. So now the internet age, right? Now it's the internet age, but they don't know how to use the internet. And the flyers that they hand out, it's so old fashioned that nobody wants to attend. And it's like every time I go to Nippon Kaigi events, it's just a bunch of very old people, uniting. And they're nobody like my age. uh, yeah, it's bad. And we want to do something about it. And so my husband, it's not really my husband, my other activist friend is involved in Nippon Kagi movement, but I'm not sure if we can rebuild that. Yeah. I guess few women here. I guess so. Yeah. I feel very comfortable around guys though. When females are there, I'm like, I feel jittery because females scare me. I know I'm a female, but I kind of fail. I kind of fail to be a female. Like I don't know how you guys see me, right? Like I have an Asian face and blah blah blah. So maybe I look cute or something, but like my mind is, and I'm such a tomboy, so I misjudge myself as a guy or something. Um, yeah. Hmm? I'm wondering if Wagyu is better in Japan or if I'm just cooking it wrong. I have no idea. Well, of course, if you eat that in a restaurant here, of course they cook it well, so you can't compare that. But the Wagyu itself shouldn't be different, or else it's a fraud. Hey Yoko, hello. What time is it? Oh, I'm reading like from such a long, long time ago. Hmm? I had an interesting conversation not too long along with no, too long with an ex-Japanese businessman, and it revolved around the concept of harmony. Oh yeah, wow. What do you think Japan would be like without that harmony? Hmm. I can't even picture getting like Japan not having the concept of harmony, what we call wa. It's been it's a When is that? It's like 7th century. I don't. When is that time? You guys know Shotoku Daishi? When six? So it's like 6th century or so. There was this man Shotoku Taishi, and yeah, that's like as old as his time. We've had the concept, and I bet that before that we had the concept as well. It's just, I think how culture is shaped is probably due to the geographic aspect, and also like our resources and so on that we have in our country. And especially for Japan, we have lots of national natural disasters, as I keep talking about. And it just, we need, it's not that we want to have the harmony, we need the harmony to survive. So uh yeah, like, it's interesting that it's the internet age now. And for example, aside from politics, I make sure to, experience other communities so that I don't lose the common sense, right? So I the good community that I get a lot of like common sense from is the actually gaming community. And I go to like young people live streaming and so on, like gaming. And of course, like gamers and geeks and nerds, so it's a little different, but still, like they're like ordinary kids now, going on their phone, playing games and so on. So it's pretty like ordinary people. So when I go see their live streams, like people come in the chat like just like this, like what's happening here on my channel right now. But sometimes, like, somebody says stupid things, then others will try to stop them, and the whole like society things pops up in the chat. Like everybody, it's the community. So I don't know, it's just passed on. And even in the internet time, like I see everything, like our cultural values are carried on. I think that it just works to have the harmony. We shouldn't be selfish and so on. Yeah, what do you think of Candace Owens? I think she's extremely smart, really smart. I wish that Japan had you know people or women like her. Man, America is so gifted with like human resources. Japan, uh, we're. I think that Japan, actually, I shouldn't wish for like unfortunate situations, but something has to happen for Japanese people to wake up. Maybe North Korea should launch a missile to attack somewhere, like a small island or something. Enough that, like, I don't want people to be involved, but I think that it's important that we do get attacked on some level, enough for people here to realize that it's our matter, that we are involved, that this is our fight. Yeah. That's exactly what I use my bags for. Plastic bag. Yeah. Yeah, I was talking about that. Man, I'm reading like such a long, like, all the comments during this live stream. But plastic is everywhere in Japan, like overproductive in a sense. There is a shortage now. It's not a shortage, it's the environmental policy that we shouldn't waste our plastic bag. Like, we don't want to um, make them a waste. Like, we care about the waste. So that's the reason. But yeah, Japanese people, we wrap things way too much, I think. I was really surprised when I had foreign candies and so on. They don't wrap each one. Like how? It doesn't make sense to me. But in Japan, everything, the chocolate and so on, everything is tiny and it's like wrapped in detail and nicely. And so we do use lots of plastic, I think. Mm, you can get fired from work for being conservative, so most don't want to advertise their beliefs. Yeah, yeah. I guess Japan doesn't, that shouldn't happen. Yeah, like people on the right side are quiet though mostly, and that's why people come to my channel or to other people's channel to get the fresh air, But yeah, like we wouldn't get fired, but yeah, America, it's so like, America is such an interesting country. So interesting. Like so brutal at times. Like it's the leftist though. Like people have the wrong idea, I think, that um people in America, like especially the leftists, they fear the Donald Trump. But the reality is the real brutal ones are the leftists. Like remember, for example, Kathy Griffin beheaded Trump's head and so on. So brutal, and they do like firing and so on, while Trump was saying like you're fired, but it's not true. You're getting fired. Who's saying that? The leftists. So ironic. Um, yeah, it's interesting. Man, it's gonna be an hour now. Huh? Time flies. Time flies when you're having fun. I'm watching the Netflix show called You now. I'm hooked. I have seen the two seasons, but I'm in the watching the third season because I keep watching Blacklist, and I'm like, it's not that I got tired of the show, but I keep watching the same atmosphere, and so I wanted something different, and I realized that I hadn't checked out You, so I did, and it's good, but it's so similar to Dexter. If you guys know that show, I watched Dexter. I was a huge fan of Dexter. Such a good show. The last was so bad though, terrible, terrible. But I liked Lila. Lila was so hot. I wanted to become Lila, but then she got killed. Um, Hey Yoko, you talked about wanting to collaborate. What's the best way to get in touch with you about that? Oh, send me an email through my contact form on my website or Twitter. Twitter might be better. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Twitter message, maybe. You can reply and say you're the NN. So then we can exchange messages. A good idea for videos is filming when you and your husband participate in rallies or demonstrations and giving basic commentary about what is happening. Those types of videos do well. So true. So true. Um, no, we don't have many gatherings anymore though, as often. Mm, we do go to Tokyo every once in a month or so, though. But it depends on the money that we have. For the National Diet Resolution, we keep going to Tokyo, and we spent so much. And some of the Japanese people have donated their money enough for us to keep living here in this place, and also to pay the flights and so on. But um, we don't know. Uh, Pika, Pika. Yeah. If you are interested in Alex Jones' show, you will find him at GCN Live. Paul Joseph Watson channel hosts the fourth hour. Hey. Both him and Alex Jones are always looking for writers to do their news sites. Cool. Like, I wouldn't. I'm not the current. My husband and I. It's interesting how my husband and I we are the same. It's like we are twins, like personality wise. When we get mad, we talk the out of people, and like we both took the personality test. There's this one of like 16 personality test. Yeah, and I both of us took the test, right? Carefully. And both of us are the debater. Not a diplomat or whatsoever. We are debaters and yeah. We're the same people and so basically what that tells us is that we like new ideas and we like, thinking about having events and so forth, but when it comes to management we run away. That's what the test said, and that's so true. We think of, yeah, we could do this and that, yeah, and it actually works, like great ideas, but then if we are told to manage that, we're like, no. So we're those people. So what that means is that we suck at writing and so on. We can write when we are pushed to, but uh what we could do is to give information. We want to give information to people overseas. When it comes to these activities against China, and we want to closely work with each other. The closest media of America that we are connected to is Breitbart. Breitbart has been covering our stuff a lot, and I'm really, really thankful. And yeah, come to think of it, I need to get connected to media people in the US. Yeah. Because if we are, it's not like we are so serious, like, yeah, this is the information you need. And it's not like we will give them like the FBI file or whatsoever. And we want to get in touch with people overseas. So, like, if we have daily conversation, like on a daily basis, then automatically, naturally, we are sharing important information. So that'd be cool. We need friends. Yeah, oh man, it's been an hour. I should go. I'm overwhelmed by all the stuff that I have to do, and I'm not even thinking right now. Like I'm like overheating or something. I want to play games. I want to play games today because I haven't done that in a while. Like it's been so busy. Like every day I'm like somewhere like making videos or yeah, and I feel exhausted. So I could use like a little break. I want to play games. I haven't touched COD, Call of Duty Mobile, in a few days. I need to play that too because I will get back. But hey, do you guys like manga? Because this is our guy. This is our guy. When he was little, so cute, right? And this is manga. Isn't it amazing that this tells you the roots of his political career from like when and how he got determined to study hard enough to become a politician. He was in an elementary school. He's so smart. He graduated from Tokyo University, meaning like it's not as difficult as Harvard, but it's the best in Japan. And he's from here, and so like there's just a manga explaining how he is. And can you see the wait, which way? There's oh no, this way. There's Christian church involved as well in his career because he was going to the church to study English. It's very eye-opening to see, and he has met Kennedy as well. I don't know how you guys view John F. Kennedy, but when he was alive, our guy from here met Kennedy. This this is Kennedy. So it's crazy when you think about it. Like it's connected. Mm. And you can actually, if you guys know Japanese, I will link that to you because this is good. How do I go to? Oh yeah. This is a long URL because they somehow put that URL in Japanese. So stupid. Don't do that, right? But yeah, you can read the manga there if you know Japanese. It's really well made. Americans should do that too. Kennedy got what he deserved. Is it about Christianity, like a Catholic and Protestant? I wonder. But yeah. Hmm? A lot of interesting shows can be found on BitChute and Brighteon and Rumble and others. I know BitChute, but I took a look at it before, and it didn't appeal to me. Others I've never heard that before. Right. I should look that out. How is that spelled? プライトイオン。プライトイオン。This one. Let's see that now while you guys are here. Oh, wow. I wonder what people are talking about. I should check this out. And Rumble. Rumble sounds nice. That's what I do. um, Rumble.com, is it? Huh. I see a guy. Huh. Okay. Nice. Yeah. You could please be an actress. I wish I could be. I wish I had a good plot, like political plot. Like I want to make. I like acting. Actually, I enjoy acting. So I wish I had. Yeah, I need creativity, or rather, I probably need a team. I need to make friends, but I'm a lone wolf. So anyway, good night, Yoko. It's very late. I must go to sleep. So true. Sorry to keep you guys awake. Thank you for hanging out with me. Yeah. Have a good night, guys. Uh, okay. I can use the manga to practice my Japanese reading. Yes. Please use that. Okay. Anyway, I should let you guys go to sleep. Thank you so much for coming out. And yeah, I will think of what I can do for you guys. Sorry for not posting English videos and so on, but yeah, I need to think about how to run this channel. I keep thinking. I'm a thinker. I can't. I can't help it. Yeah. Upload your videos to multiple websites. Before that, I need to post something somewhere. I'm only like as for English, especially, I'm only live streaming once a week, and it's horrible as a YouTuber in this time. Everybody is like um uploading multiple videos a day, and yeah, Japanese horror movies. It's not weird. It's not weird. Things were better in the old times. Even music. Night. Yes. Good night, guys. I'll let's keep in touch. Okay. And follow me on Twitter if you haven't. At Mark Random Yoko. Okay. I'll miss you guys. Take care. Oh, I'm vaccinated, getting vaccinated on Tuesday. So I'll be dead after that. Not literally, but I will have a fever probably if I'm young enough, right? But yeah. And people will help me again for getting vaccinated, but hmm. Yeah. No, Yoko, stay. No, yeah, sugar, Pikachu. Okay, gonna go. Can I go? See, I started getting things like that. No, I have to. I already got one shot, so I might as well finish that. Yeah. Anyway, be well and let's keep in touch, okay? I'll try to survive. So, okay. Have a good night, guys. It will melt your brain. No, I hope not. Or maybe it's already melted in my head. It's like, oh, Japanese, English, heavy metal, and it's so crazy. And sometimes puppy, doggies. Okay. Oh, I just shook my brain. Now it's melted. Okay. Good night, guys. Bye.